purple wig. So sweet.
Oh, I got caught up. I was paying attention to my dog. He's cold, and it's not even cold out. He's got his nose stuck between my arm and my chest so that he can keep his nose warm. So anyway, good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm so happy to be with you tonight. Oh my goodness, have we got a show for you. So several months ago, somebody told this performer, we all know who it was, that she needed to get a hold of me. And she was like, she'd never heard of me before either, because who's ever heard of Grandma? But anyway, we ended up talking, and I brought her on my radio show because she's amazing, and booked her to come here. And she's a busy girl, so trying to get her in really quick was not yeah. So now she's here. The night before we taped this, she said to me, I can't come. But she told me that at like 9:30 or something. Do you know where I am at that hour of the night? Right, snoring. So I didn't see her message till 5 o'clock this morning. And yeah, it wasn't a good thing. So I said, suck it up, baby. Take some drugs and get in here and perform. It's kind of what I said, a little bit. Anyway, I didn't think she would. I thought she would think I was being snarky and just kind of blow me off. But she didn't. She did exactly what I said. She did some good drugs, probably mushrooms or something. I don't know. Maybe not. But she sucked it up, and she's here, and she feels a little better. So that's all good, and now she's going to play for you. She's amazing. She's got a great voice. She's got good lyrics. She's the whole package, the real deal. Please welcome into your heart, into your home, and into your ears, Riley Cotton. Woohoo!
I bought a pack of cigarettes, smoked 'em on the couch, filled that ashtray sky high to the brim, and here's your seat, put 'em out, I quit chasing that feeling long ago. But I got good at loving bad for me, so I just sit around in the smoke. Last night I walked home from that dive bar where we used to hang around. The folks down there started asking, where'd you run him off to? Anyhow, I quit calling, though I'd surely like to know. Took a drag out in the driveway where you used to drive me home. I let the cloud run fingers through my hair, let the fever fill my lungs, and I can taste it turning gray and taking hold. But I'm no good at loving good for me, so I just sit around to my lips, and I was singing a lonesome tune, and I quit chasing that feeling long ago. But I got good at loving bad for me, so I just sit around and smoke. Yeah, I'm no good at loving good for me, so I will think of you and smoke. Thank you.
Woohoo.
And thank you for the intro, Dot. I'm so
Absolutely.
happy to be here despite my
Everything.
little freak out last night. Yeah, it's funny because my brother's a musician too, and he is sick constantly. Like since he was a little kid, he was always sick with whatever colds and flus and all those sort of things. And he's a drummer. So I'm like, just suck it up, you just sit back there. Nobody's really paying attention, But the voice is a funny thing, and to be a singer is a funny thing because, like, you are the instrument, And I try to keep myself in, like, tip-top shape all the time. I run a lot.
Right.
I try to eat really clean. I do everything I can because if I have a bad day, it's like my livelihood, But there's something to be said for just drinking some bone broth and chewing some gum and keeping everything, lubricated. The show must go on. So, yeah. So thank you for understanding.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
There is a thing.
Of
I had
course.
to do a bunch of shows when I didn't feel up to it.
Yeah.
Like the day after surgery and
Yeah.
all kinds of different stuff,
Yeah.
really. The only time I did not come to do my show was when I had COVID.
Yeah.
It's the only time I didn't come to do my show because I was sick.
You're a tough gal. Tougher than me. But we're both here.
We
And
are.
I'm grateful
We're
to be
gonna
here.
rock this
So,
show.
yeah, thank
You go, girl.
Thank you for the pep talk. I appreciate it. That last song is called Smoke, and it's going to be on my forthcoming album, hopefully soon to come out in the fall. I wrote that song. I was looking back through my notes the other day, and I wrote it on Christmas Eve, which it doesn't feel that way. It's certainly not a light, cheery holiday kind of song. But I was just kind of reflecting on my failed romantic forays, and it's it's loving someone bad for you is like loving. I mean, I haven't smoked a whole lot of cigarettes intentionally, so because I do love them so much. But the metaphor kind of took me away with that one. But
Nice.
yeah. So this song is called "The House with Blue Siding," and it's the title track from my first record. And it's about this kind of crossroads that I was at, having to decide between sort of the conventional domestic sort of life with this partner that I had at the time, a house and a dog and a yard and all of those, comfortable things. Or I could do stuff like this. I was at a time that I didn't really think that I could do both, and I wanted to, see where this adventure led me and pursue a life of music and adventure and all those sort of things.
I'm so glad you did.
Thank you. Yeah,
So glad.
I'm
I think
glad
it's
I
a
did
very
too.
wise choice for you,
Thank you. I'm young. I can do all that later down the line if I so choose. But
if that happens.
if it does, or I'll just keep doing this and
Absolutely.
meeting
Keep
wonderful
doing this
people like
even
you.
If you go down that
That's
white
true.
picket fence road.
Yeah, it's true. There are so many ways that you can have both or incorporate aspects of both.
So true.
You don't have to totally abandon it. So. But yeah, this is called The House of Blue Siding. Sometimes I dream of a house with blue siding and screened-in porch, while I can't stand that old smell of paint drying. I love when you peel it from my hands. Across the road, the tulips grow and gray, nor forever a home or garden grows. Nothing but holes from that damn door. the summer sprawl, the teens we watch them grow like weeds and spoil them in sunshine. In a world of play pretend, dreams of splendor coming true, I could live it 10 times over, never get enough of you. Sometimes I dream of skinny jeans, ribs torn through the knees, and a beaten down bus. Uncomfortable, but just enough, and singing till I couldn't speak. And every day a cup of tea with ginger and honey. Always worrying about money, but you make it true. Darling, we would chase the moon. I'd comb your hair through at the end of every night. In a world of play pretend, dreams of splendor coming true, I could live it 10 times over, never get enough of you. In a world of play pretend, dreams of splendor coming true, I could live it 10 times over, and never get enough of you.
Woohoo!
Thank you. All right. I'm going to play some old and some new, I think. 'Cause there's a lot of new. And I'm going to be playing a lot of the new with my band coming up very soon, which is very exciting and a very new experience for me. It's usually just me and my guitar and like 2 people in a bar somewhere, you know. But I recorded a new record, as I had said before, this past July. And I kind of assembled this, what I call like an all-star team of Connecticut musicians who I just adore. I just would show up to, gigs all around and try to meet new friends and make connections. And I, just watched people play and listened to what they were doing. And just kind of slowly but surely lured them in to this project.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm really happy with the work that we did, and I'm excited to be able to share it with people very soon. And so it feels kind of funny to play some of those songs without them now, because they're so integral to the whole arrangement and everything. But outside of that, I think I'll play something old, I guess. This song is called "I Don't Want to Drive No More." And it was sort of about the fallout of that last relationship. I sent myself on a little riding retreat up in Vermont and wrote this on the way. So. I'll move home start a band. I won't drive no more. Watch daylight fading every mile. So I'll remember all your colors and the light of your sweet smile. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, I don't wanna lie no more. Words hang in my mouth, so tough and dry, but I'll swallow them like sand to keep the midnight tears from your eyes. I don't wanna drive no more. I need you to take my hand and pull me down, for I drift off some quiet mystery land. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, I don't wanna drive no more, but I've got nowhere to lay my head. Maybe I'll pull off and call my family. We can start a band. Thank you. All right. This is a brand new one. Brand new. Not on the record. But it's kind of, I think that romantic situations, you know, I guess you could, people are calling it that nowadays. They have a way, if you have the right frame of mind, of kind of beautifully and delicately showing you aspects of yourself that maybe need deeper exploration, you know, or self-reflection or something. You know, when you meet someone new and there's something about them that gets under your skin, or some kind of funny reaction that you have to something that you don't really realize. It's like these kind of, I don't know, like ghosts in the background that can kind of come into play, and you're like, wait a second, like, why does that bother me? Like, and what does that tell me about myself, you know? So I'm in one of those right now, and it's teaching me a lot about my shortcomings, with benevolence, you know? And yeah, it's forcing me to kind of face those things and really work on myself, so that I can eventually one day, maybe not in this situation, because I'm still learning, obviously, but maybe I can be a good partner for someone someday. So yeah, I think the song is called I Wanna. It's a work in progress, but I'm enjoying it. So. take me back. Will it mean a thing? Will I shine your shelf? Did I fool you? Think I'm something else? I'm a cheap ring cut from wire. Turn your fingers green and rush by your bedside. But I wanna be your girl. Yeah, I wanna be your girl. You've got a mind that I like to pick. Sometimes I feel you're lost in it. I'll be there to pull you out, tell you what it's all about. 'Cause you've got a voice just like mine, calls you too far out to sea, and down like an anchor weighs you down. Sometimes I feel both around, but I wanna be your girl. Yeah, I wanna be your girl. Yeah, I wanna be your girl. Yeah, I wanna be your girl. Thanks. All right, I've got a couple more for you. This one's called Adoration, and it's going to be on the new record. It's a similar sort of theme or inspiration, I guess, behind it as the last one. I was walking through a flea market one day, and there was this beautiful lady, Bonnie, and she was reading tarot cards for $5. And she just gave me this really beautiful, insightful kind of sunshine ray of hope at a time that I really needed it. And there was this person that I was dating at the time, again, that really kind of helped illuminate some parts of myself and encouraged me really into this kind of creative path that I'm on now. And I'm grateful for that experience. So, yeah, this is called Adoration. I found a fortune teller in the corner of a flea market. She told me I would have a child, that good things soon would come. Prosperity was overused, instead I was overdue for somebody to come around and make their adoration known. When he returned from wandering round mountain towns in Mexico, he told me he'd been calling. At night I hear him howling from my window. Love, it seems, drew light from me, but you, my moon, pull me in just like a tide and shine it back on me. I laid tattered carpets, hung pictures on my walls, made a nest of perfect branches and wrote songs together under winter sun. I found a straight shooter who won't let me play him wrong. Head heavy on his shoulder, he hums along and makes it right. Love, it seems, drew a light for me, but you, my mom, pull me in just like a tide and shine it back on me. I found a fortune teller in the corner of a flea market. She told me I would have a child, that good things soon would come. Thank you. How are we doing on time, Dot? 10 more minutes? All right. So I've got 2 more. The last one's a little long. We'll do this one. Yeah. We were talking about Texas for a brief moment before we hit record.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm kind of from there originally. I'm kind of from all over. I was born in Florida, lived in North Carolina, Texas for 10 years, here for like 12, back for 1. I've been all over the map, really.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I wrote this song, I was living in Boston, or I had just left Boston, actually. I dropped out of college when my mental health was just far beyond my control. And I sort of, in those times when I'm really struggling, I'm faced with this feeling that I wasn't really ever, I felt like I was sort of robbed of this childhood experience that I had in Texas, because everything was easy and idyllic and suburban and just, nice, how a childhood should be. And when I moved here when I was in 6th grade, it really threw me for a loop, And so when I'm spiraling, I often think like, God, if I were just there and, and everything were good and nice and easy, then none of this would be happening. It's kind of like what I revert back to always. And that's sort of the theme of this song. My time in Boston was a very dark time. As much as I love that city, I adore it, and I love to visit. I just wanted to be anywhere else, and especially Texas, which really felt like home to me at the time. So this song is called Texas Skies. Dusty porch, a glass of wine. Daddy paid the rent and hired a scraping by. Never got a degree. Never thought these dreams come back to haunt me. So I'm going back to Texas skies. I'm going back to Texas tonight. Pages folded, never read. Books full of started, portraits dead. Never made them feel just right. Couldn't fake the lightness in their eyes. So I'm going back to Texas skies. Yeah, I'm going back Backs frozen winter storms. 4 blocks from home just seems so far. Wanna bleed beneath the sun. Numb fingers, barely 21. Toes kiss the edge, heart battle tone. Can't hear the wind howling no more. Scrape my knee, come down by small curls on the ground. So I'm going back to Texas skies. Yeah, I'm going back to Texas tonight. Yeah, I'm going back to Texas skies. I'm going back to Texas tonight. Boarded that Boston train and packed up my life the very next day. Thank you.
Want to do one more song and then come talk to me?
I would love to. Love to, love to. So this is my last song for the evening.
No. You're going to do one more after the
That's
interview.
right. Not my last song. Well, that could have been a special, I mean, not to people that watch this program, but for first-time viewers, that could have been a surprise.
That could have been a surprise.
It's not going to be, but that's okay. But yeah, I'll do one more, and then we'll have a little chit-chat. And this song, I've made a vow to myself to, I'm just going to tune up a little bit because I care. I've made a vow to play this song every opportunity I have, really, like a guitar in my hand for the year, because I turned 26 in December of this year, I guess. And so I'm now the same age as my mother was when she had me. And we have a very turbulent relationship, as many mothers and daughters do. Ours is particularly turbulent. There are lots of ups and downs. And I've thought about turning 26 really my whole life, and how I would feel and how my life would be different than hers. And it is completely different. And with that understanding, it's given me a lot of gratitude and, for everything that she has been able to do for me as a mother, despite her shortcomings, and just a lot of grace and forgiveness for maybe some of the things that I resent. But yeah, this song is called Marie. Apparently I'm a spitting image of her. And when I moved here, people would stop me on the street all the time and ask if she was my mom, and it would kind of take them back in time. So yeah. Stopped me at the airport once. Said I brought him back to 81. He looked me up and down. Mayor of a ghost town. Although we share a face and weeping willow family tree broke the branches with my weight, and here I lie among the leaves. Are you the daughter of Marie? Are you the daughter of Marie? He went to bought his big jet plane, and I went to grow into my legs. The boys would chase and take and trade and make mistakes we would excuse, while somebody's daughter caught in crossfires learns to pay her dues. And all the while strangers would stop and share with me a memory of three sisters on the hill. I loved that girl, Marie. Are you the daughter of Marie? Are you the daughter of Marie? I ran to Boston as soon as I turned 18. Came back from Boston with a bigger hole in me. Thought I had lost it. Stopped looking when I crossed the street. Dropped out of college, just like that girl Marie. Many thought nothing more of me, and too many thought too much of we. Marie, she looked at me on my back porch, still unbelieving she kept me alive. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. 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 Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
Woo-hoo. Oh my goodness. Come on over and mic up, my friend.
Thank you very much.
While Riley's getting over here and miking up. Whew. The 21st of September. Listen, there's so much going on. I can't even begin to list everything, but right off the top of my head, Pass the Guitar is at the Hygienic, and Pass the Guitar is a fundraiser for the New London Homeless Hospitality Center. Yours truly will be emceeing, and a plethora of amazing musicians will be passing the guitar one to another to play one or two songs, maybe only one, I don't know. But Pass the Guitar is giving the guitar to the next performer. We raise money for the New London Homeless Hospitality Center, and that's for our homeless population here, our unhoused population here in New London County. So come and support that. I think it's from 3 to 6 or 3:30 to 5:30, or I don't know. But it's the 21st. Also, over in Mystic, the Mystic Garlic Festival is that day and Sunday. and I know probably all of the musicians performing. They're all top notch. They're all great. Those musicians were pulled together. Let me say this tongue in cheek by Richard Douglas. Yeah, with a little help from his friend. So anyway, get out and celebrate music. There's other things going on that day. If I tried to list them all, I'd forget something. So I'm only going to list those two. Please support local music. Let's talk to Riley. Every time I see you perform, you amaze me just a little bit more.
Thank you.
You have a depth. First of all, that someone your age should not have.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Now, some people would say you're an old soul, but I'm thinking there's more to it than that. I think you've had some, let me just put it out there, some shit go down in your life.
Yeah, that's
right?
fair. That's a very fair assessment.
It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And you know, when you know, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I use I use my songs like therapy, you know, there are so many different approaches to songwriting. Some people are very creative in that they can make up these narratives of stories that don't apply to them, or, you know, they can observe something in someone else's life and create, you know, a whole song or story around it. My songs are very, very personal to me, and it's usually, you know...
Girl, your songs are personal to a lot of us.
Thank you. That is wonderful that it resonates, for sure. And it's one of those things, I mean, you hear musicians say it all the time, it feels like such a specific insular experience that it's hard to imagine that anyone else can relate to it, because I'm like, oh my God, like, who else has been in this position before but so many people, you know? And I think, when it resonates, and what's so beautiful about music is that shared experience, you know, and just like feeling obviously like you're not alone in something. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it, and I have to ask this because I know for me that when I hear songs that do what they do to me, it makes the pain relevant, and yet it helps to lessen it. Does it do the same for you when you perform these songs that I know come from a place of pain?
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. It is cathartic. And it's like the first time I sang, or probably like the first 6 months I sang Marie. It was hard for me to get through it without crying. It just like brings me back when I'm doing it right, really. And my like performance philosophy is try to sing like you're alone in your apartment, you know, like pretend like there's nobody else around and it's just you and this song and you're singing it to yourself and just like completely free of any inhibition.
But if you do that, you're going to cry.
Yeah, but that to me is like, those are the most impressive live performances that I have witnessed, is just someone that is like so willing to just go there and like really feel it and experience it, and then I think it kind of like permeates, you know, through all of us.
That transparency is definitely something that collects the audience.
Yeah.
It's what makes a performer have charisma and class, and you see people that get on stage and put their whole self out there, and then you see a performer that just doesn't get it.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And
there are different schools, you know, like I can't dance or, you know, perform people, you know, and I'm not that funny or whatever, but like if I can, yeah, that's what's unique to me, I think, is that I am willing to go there. And I think my songs are willing to go there, and I'm kind of willing to, I'm a very open book. So I'm just kind of, I think that's what I see as my value in like a performance space.
When did you realize in your songwriting and your performing that your transparency was really going to become your trademark? Or do you think it is your trademark?
I think it's a strength of mine, yeah. Just in the more I get to know my fellow musicians, and really, I try to take away, you know, from everyone that I admire. I'm always trying to pick up little nuances or, you know, or advice from anyone that I can, you know.
Right.
If there are people that have something that I want to know how they got it and what makes them special and all of that. And yeah, I just think, I do think it is my trademark in that it's not a common approach, I guess. Like so many people aren't, and it's not that they're not willing to, but maybe it's just not what inspires them, you know.
Well, and some people don't know how to be.
Yeah, sure.
You know, they're so hidden within themselves that they can't be transparent. And for you to know yourself well enough to allow yourself to be transparent is such a gift to the universe. It's such a gift to the people that are listening to you. And I think even if it's not a live performance, I know that it's very important in a live performance, but I think that even in your music that's recorded, that transparency comes through. And people really need to hear your music live and then buy a CD. Or
thank you. Or however people,
let's put that out there real quick. Where can people find you, streaming-wise and CD-wise, all that stuff? Where can people find you?
It's everywhere. It's on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube and all of the streaming platforms. I have a website, which is Riley Cotton Music, so you can find all my upcoming dates there. You can purchase my album there as well. And there will be a new album. Hopefully, this is wood, in November of this year. We're mixing now, which is very exciting, but there will be a lot of new music to listen to by the end of the year, which is very exciting.
And just so you know, as soon as that album is ready, she will be on WCNI 90.9 FM radio show with Grandma.
Yes.
We will bust it out.
First stop.
Telling you right now, I've already got my card in the slot because I want her on my show because she's amazing.
Thank you.
So I get so excited about great musicians such as yourself, and you're so young. Thanks. I know people don't think that 26 is young, but it is.
Yeah.
It is. And for you to realize that there's a connection between your mom being 26 and you being 26 and where your lives variables are at that point, especially with that turbulence.
Yeah.
I remember when I turned 21, and where I was in my life, which was I was a mess. And I'm not even going to get into it, but I remember that. And a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's like an opportunity to, kind of take a snapshot of your life and assess, comparatively. I mean, the world is so different now too than when my mom was my age and everything. But it's been this kind of like finish line or benchmark, I guess is probably a better word, that I've always anticipated. It's like, what is my life going to be like at that point? I'm thrilled with where I've never been happier than I am right now. So I'm so grateful for that. But I couldn't be doing what she was doing. I couldn't have a baby, and she was living far from home. She was living in Florida, and the rest of her family was in Connecticut, and she was doing it. I mean, my dad is lovely, and he was very supportive, but worked a lot, and she was doing it all by herself, and I can't imagine how difficult that is, I can barely, I think I'm a great dog mom, but it's way less responsibility,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I do better with dogs than I do with humans.
Yep.
I'm just not it's funny
Me
because
too.
I deal with humans all the time doing like the whole music thing, but I'd much rather be at home cuddling with my cat or my
Me
dog
too,
or
right.
both. It's a thing.
Exactly.
So we know that your songwriting comes from a place of experience, not always pain.
Right.
Thank you for that. Right in the boob. Is it the whole experience in and of itself that makes you sit down and write a song, or do you make yourself sit down and write music? How's your whole songwriting experience? What is that? And
with the first record, it very much, it was, again, to use this word to kind of beat it to death, it was a very turbulent time in that I was making a lot of decisions for this next chapter that I'm in now. And so it felt like emotions were free flowing, and I was writing so much, I didn't know what else to do with them. And so they were coming all the time. I was writing constantly. And now my process has certainly slowed and has changed a little bit. I mean, I think the really special songs that really resonate with me are the ones that are kind of in the heat of the moment and they're done in 10 minutes, and that's beautiful and wonderful, and I wish they could all be so easy. But these days, as I'm like in a very kind of comfortable, settled place in my life, the music is not coming so free form. And so I'm having to be more intentional about it, to like sit down and like, okay, like what's something that's kind of on my mind, and I'll kind of establish more of a framework. And I have a songwriter friend who I express this to. I was like, songwriting right now is like a friend that's not calling me back, and I miss that friend, and it's like a big hole in my life. Not just that I'm frustrated that I'm not creating anything, which is true too, but I just missed the practice of it because it fills me with so much joy. And so he was like, well, why don't we send each other titles to write to, and that'll hopefully
is that?
Yeah, get some juices flowing. And maybe the last song I'll play will be one of those. But yeah, we sent titles back and forth. I gave him the song Lucky Stars, and he gave me Waves and Blood and Air. And so I can't work so much in the confines of like, write a song about this, but a title is broad enough to kind of make it your own and reinterpret it how you want. So that's been a trick that I've been using recently. We'll just kind of send stuff back and forth when we're stumped, to kind of reignite the
So
the
one
fire.
one of the most prolific songwriters I know is Terry, and I swear to God, she writes a song a day. That's really not true, but it feels like it. 'Cause
Yeah.
she got 7 albums in the last couple of 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. But she says, they just come. And
Lucky.
then I talk to you who
They
has
don't, yeah.
you
They
who
don't.
has these experiences that I can feel them. I can feel them. And I know that a little bit of that is the empath in me that's grabbing feelings out of you. But I also know that you have the intellect to understand that sharing your experiences is bigger than you. It's about the people around you. It's about what you're giving away. And I think you understand that. Was there ever a point where you found out that that was part of what this was all about?
Sharing my experience. It really, I keep kind of hearkening back to Marie, because that was the first song that I felt kind of moved people or impacted people in a certain way, that it would resonate, and people who had good or bad relationships with their moms or what have you were impacted by it. And so that, yeah, I guess that's what I was saying, and that like I felt like our relationship was so singular, but just being able to talk about the highs and the lows, like people can pick different things out, and it does really resonate. I have like very good friends that they, really hook into that song, and they like drive around and listen to it. And I'm like, God, that's such a sad song. I wish you wouldn't listen to it all the time. It makes me sad for you. But yeah, that's kind of the first time. But yeah, each time I have a hard time thinking that anyone knows what I'm talking about. They just, I don't know, they just feel so. I guess it's hard for me to fathom that people hook in. But it's deeply complimentary, and that I'm very flattered by it. But yeah,
Well,
it's funny.
my opinion, just my opinion, which actually has started at this point in my life to hold some water, I think you're brilliant.
Thank you.
I think you're amazingly
Very
brilliant.
kind.
I think you're, the word that's coming to mind is probably not even a real word, hurtfully transparent.
Thank you.
I feel like your pain has also caused your transparency, and I'm not sure that's good.
Yeah.
It's good for us who get your songs,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure it's good for you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it helps you heal.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, you have a new album coming out in November. Woohoo! Ooh, sorry, Dip. He's
Like I'm trying to sleep.
he's a good boy. So we'll get you on the radio show. We'll do
Fabulous.
all that. I love what you do, and I want to follow your career.
Thank you,
and
Dot.
when somebody says to you, you're the new Joni Mitchell. When somebody
I can't accept that, but thanks.
when somebody says that to you, you can look back on today and say, Grandma Dot did that.
Thank you.
So keep it up.
Thank you.
You're amazing. You're wonderful. I
Thank you,
want to
Dot.
follow you. I won't lose touch with you,
Thank you.
because I want to see where your music takes you, because I think that it's going to move. I think it's going to
Thank
move
you.
people, and it's going to move places, and it certainly moves me.
Thank you,
So will
Dot.
you take us out with a final song?
Well, yes, I'd be happy to.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming to Grandma's Attic. While Riley's getting back over to that guitar, thank you all for tuning in to Grandma's Attic. I want to send a quick thank you and see you later to our friend Reggie. Reggie has been here at the Attic and at this TV station for as long as I can remember. And he's invested time and interest in everything that we've done here. He's been a supporter of Grandma's Attic. He's been a friend. He'll still be a friend. I'll have to chase him around to where he's going. But thank you, Reggie, for all you've done for the Attic and for public access television in New London County. We love you. You're amazing. Move on and move up. Make some more money. Drive a bigger car. I don't care what you do. Just stay in touch. We love you, Reggie. And thank you for being you. So until next week, everybody, bye for now.
We're going to take that one more time. Can I do a selfish plug?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. Also on September 21st, when you were rattling off all these wonderful musical events that are happening, I will be taking part in the it is the Songwriters Festival, 21 Songwriters Festival, and No Worries Brewing in Hampton, Connecticut. There's going to be a lot of incredible Connecticut-based songwriters there. So if you're not at the Garlic Festival or at Pass the Guitar, come on down to
You might
Hampton.
be able to do a
You could
piece
do
of all of
several.
it.
Yeah,
All of
definitely.
it.
Just do all the rounds. So, all right. This is that song, Waves and Blood and Air, that my friend gave me the title for. I'll leave you with this one. Thank you guys so much for having me. Have you felt the upper hand change from one that shakes beyond your elbow to something strange? Have you lost a fight to a crashing wave? Water turns you around like bottled glass, with your edges